Hi everyone, Professor Gustin here, and you made it to week 5. This is a big week. We're going to wrap everything up, and you're free next week. So congratulations if you've made it this far. Here we are, week 5, part 1. Now the first thing you might have seen in your syllabus is that I um, I put in your syllabus that your lab instructor for week 5 will be Professor Pindell. So reach out to him with questions. I might not be around internet, so Professor Pindell told me he would take care of um, my week 5 materials, and he's going to take care of the final grades. I will try to check my emails, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So definitely talk to him if you have any questions. And especially final grade questions, talk to Professor Pindell. You can, like I said, you can email me. I will, for documentation, I will try to respond, but I just don't know. I can't guarantee you that I can. So here we are in week 5, part 1. You got your introduction video, and I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of times and try to remind you that the semester ends on Saturday. The semester ends on Saturday, not Sunday. Saturday. So we're in week 5, part 1. Remember, part 1s are always due on Wednesday, or most of them are. So week 5, part 1 will be due on Wednesday, and it's just exactly what it says in your syllabus, which is what I'm looking at over there. Week 5, part 1 is due on Wednesday at 11:59 p.m., just like every other week. The first thing you want to do is take your lab practical. Your lab practical covers labs 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to look familiar as far as format to what you did for lab practical 1. It's 50 points, so it's a lot of points, and again, I don't think it should be a big surprise. I must say, with Lab Practical 1, when I asked you, the last question was, give me your feedback of what you thought of the practical. One of the most common comments I get from students is, oh, I should have studied a little bit more. And I think people say that because once you take it, you realize, oh, if I would have studied just a little bit more, I know I could have gotten some more answers. Not which is telling me that they realized their grade, it wasn't impossible to do better, that it was within their reach to do better. So if you're worried about your grade in your course, this is a great way to make sure you get some good points to keep that grade up. And then we also have a lab, control of microbial growth, and some virtual labs. You'll notice that there is no lab quiz this week, so just the virtual labs will be your lab grade. So for lab, week 5, part 1, it's due on Wednesday, 11:59 p.m., like most of your other part 1 labs, and it should be pretty straightforward. Get that lab practical done and study hard. So if we go to week 5, part 2, this is what is due on Saturday, not Sunday. Week 5, part 2 is due on Saturday at 11:59 p.m., not Sunday. In fact, everything for this entire course is due then. If you do it late, it's too late. The semester's over. I can't give you an extension. The only extension would be an exceptional thing where you are in the hospital and you can't possibly finish this course. Then you have to talk to Professor Pindell and get an incomplete. That should probably not happen to anyone in this class or be extremely rare. So you need to have all your materials done for lecture and lab by Saturday. And what we're going to do in this lab is lab 10, hand washing. And this lab is actually, there's no virtual labs. There's just a lab quiz. And it is, where is that lab quiz? Oh, there it is, right there. I'm sorry. Being stupid. It's right there. The lab quiz is directly off your handout. And so what I did is I actually took an experiment that we actually do in the live lab, and I'm letting you look at data and analyze it and use the scientific method. So fill out your lab handout. All the questions on this quiz, all the answers on this quiz should be on your lab handout. You have 30 minutes to complete. It's 20 points. And that's because I'm going to ask you to give me the hypothesis, give me your conclusions, all these things that are on your lab handouts. I want to give you time to type them in. So make sure you pay attention to that lab, and this lab is a lot of points, so that should earn you some good points there. There's another lab we do this week. We do an unknown. It's a really pretty short lab, and there's just this one virtual lab. That's the lab quiz I'm missing. I got to put lab quiz. I think there's a lab quiz number 11. Let me go dig that up and make sure that gets posted on here. So you have 2 labs to do, week 5, part 2. Remember, they are due on Saturday at 11:59 p.m., not Sunday. Late quizzes, late materials for lecture and lab cannot be counted. So send your questions, concerns, anything, looking at your grades, anything like that, to Professor Pindell. I really enjoyed having you guys in class this semester, and I hope this course met your expectations and your needs for what you wanted to learn in microbiology. Hope to see some of you in the fall at Corning Community College, and good luck to everyone. You guys take care.